What's up everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Yellaw, and this is actually my first YouTube video. So I figured let's make things hard and do a survival island. This is not going to be your most traditional survival island because as of right now, just from doing a quick scan, it looks like there is no trees currently on the survival island. So quite honestly, this is probably the most hardest survival island you're going to see on YouTube. So if you have any suggestions or anything on what I should do, please leave them in the comments below. So first thing I want to do is get some food here. Since we don't have a tree, I'm definitely going to be focusing on getting food here. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is we are going to need food. And since there's no food on here besides the only cow that I got, we are gonna have to fish. But look at this little turtle over here. Gotta name him Flash. I mean, my name's Yellaw, but you know, little guy like that, you gotta call him Flash. Love it. So hopefully we see him again. So let's start getting started with some fishing here. You know, this is gonna be really hard because it's hardcore. One life, that's it, you're done. So this is gonna be a challenge, but we're gonna make it work. So I'm always gonna keep the island to my right side, as if I get lost or whatever, like if I go too far out and I get lost, at least I know where I'm at. So we're gonna go after these salmon because the salmon, to me, they're like the most easiest thing to get because they're so lengthy. And now that I got a salmon, I have a bone, and I feel like a bone actually does like quite a good bit of damage towards like the fish and stuff. And I kind of feel like a caveman with it. So I'm basically like a survival island caveman type of guy. So yep, we're just gonna keep going after these fish here. And honestly, like, it's really easy to get them right now with this stuff here. What is that over there? Oh, nothing. Yeah, and we're gonna avoid the water zombies because the water zombies make it really, really hard. I don't know the name of those guys, but yeah. So since I haven't played Minecraft in such a long time, just bear with me with a lot of stuff. Just trying to get into it, and yeah. There's the fish. I was like, where the heck did the fish go? And there's the water zombies. Gonna get away from those guys because they are never fun to mess around with. So yeah, right now the first goal we're doing is just making food a priority, and then once I get like a good amount of food, I'm gonna worry about making a house because the shelter at nighttime is gonna be, key too. And where'd that fish go? Wanted to grab that before they all came, and I was successful in that. So right now, together we got 6 fish total, and it looks like we got a pork chop. So we're just gonna keep fishing. This is gonna be the name of the game. I mean, when you really think about this, this survival island is truly like a survival. If you were stranded on an island, because without that crafting table, I really can't do anything. There's no trees, no wood. And the reason I'm like fishing too is because I didn't really like look while I was down like swimming and stuff like fishing, but let me get this cow quick. But while you're like swimming and stuff like that, you want to look for like the ruins or a shipwreck, because it's possible to find that with these islands. So we're trying to just make this work as much as we can. Yeah, those water zombies, look at them there. They out and about. We're just gonna keep fishing. Oh, look at, there's Flash. He made it up on the island. There he is. The Flash man himself. Chilling and hanging out. Is there two of them? Or is that just one? See that? Like, there's two heads. Hey, yo, he's a mutant. That's cool. Alright. Anyway, let's get back to the fish game. Trying to collect as much fish as we possibly can because those little water zombies, those guys are the worst. They're so fast. Let's see. I don't see him behind me at all. Oh, he's there. Man, he is determined though. Look at him. Still trying. But we're just gonna keep fishing. There's another little one of those little water zombie guys. And it's getting darker out, so I'm actually gonna go back and start worrying about the home. And the type of home I'm gonna build is gonna be a hobbit home. Basically it's like a hobbit hole. If you ever watched like Lord of the Rings or anything like that, that's kind of the style of home I'm gonna be building here. So basically what we wanna do is just dig out a little bit of dirt here. We're gonna need a little more. Let's get some of this over here. So we're gonna need a good bit of dirt. Okay. I might actually go another like thing deep here. And I hear some sheep too, so that's good. You know what? I think this is plenty. Whew. Boy. Oh, dang, he wanted to play. Alright, so we're actually gonna go out because, you know, I'm not gonna stay inside. You know, I want to make this a little challenging, so we are also gonna go night fishing too. I gotta worry about those guys throwing spears too, and it looks like that one is chasing me trying to do that, so we're gonna avoid that guy, because the spear guys and the fast little ones, those guys are like menaces to the society. And there's the island at night, and we're just gonna, you know, fish a little bit here. Looks like it's a little hard to see too, so it's gonna play a little bit into it. I mean, how often do you see, you know, YouTubers going out at night, hardcore mode, you know, trying to, you know, you just try and do stuff. So we're gonna see how long this lasts. But I'm looking for fish and I'm not having like any luck. Do they all hide at night or something? There's some dolphins. Got another fish. Still fishing. Trying to stay moving here. Gotta watch the zombies too, 'cause they're coming. Got one of those guys with the spear. Okay. You know, when you look out too, there is like nothing anywhere. Like, it is just me and this island. So, this is gonna be a long game, honestly. Yeah, that's too far, too deep for me. Got the spiders. The problem is I have no weapons besides, you know, my bone. So, that is what makes it hard. Got a clownfish. Oop. Not watching the air bubbles there. I was too busy worrying about fish. So we're actually gonna head back to the island just because I did lose some food and hearts and stuff like that. And not that it's too much, but just to play a little safe. You know, I was out here for a good bit. It's actually getting more towards daytime anyway, so it's not like I'm going to be inside a whole bit too long. You could kind of see it coming up, I think. So, and there's our home. So, yeah. And actually, what I'm going to do... There. Then if I want to hide, I have that little, it's like a little thing there. I'm actually gonna put that there too in case, you know, one of those little guys come, because they come just like right through there. I can hurry up, build quick. And it looks like we survived the night. Daytime is approaching now, so we're gonna step on outside and see what it looks like out here. There's an Enderman, so we're not gonna go that way, that's for sure. There's a skeleton, another skeleton. And you got those little guys, man. They are persistent, and there's two of them. Okay, so day one, you know, didn't, you know, go according to plan. It wasn't really ideal, but, you know, we made it work. I need to focus on looking for ruins while actually fishing, too, because I was really only fishing and not searching. So I need to make sure I'm doing both here. Swimming with the dolphin. I mean, we'll go out here. That's what we'll do. I'll go out a little further than normal. Right about here. What we're gonna do is And yeah, there is just nothing, unfortunately, out here for anywhere. Yeah, man, a fish really isn't helping. Like, my food bar just goes down right away. We're really not like doing too good on day 2 right now. Let's see if this helps here. Oh man, those spear guys, they're just everywhere on this little island, man. That's the thing about like this tiny island, like every block matters, and you wouldn't think that, but with how tiny the island is and like limited resources, like I'm trying to really preserve as much, if that makes any sense. Right now we're just fishing. I mean, it's all I can do right now is fish and look. But, like, we're not having any luck with like anything. You know, thankfully there's not any sharks in this, because can you imagine if I was on this island and there were sharks I had to deal with? It'd be a nightmare. Yeah, I just can't believe how, like, nothing is near here. And we'll go out this way too. Yeah, like, we're out pretty far, and there's nothing. Loading up on the tropical fish. Alright, that's enough fishing for now. Take a little break here. And there we go. So, it looks like daytime is here, so we're gonna head on out. See what mobs are still lurking around here. We got a creeper. Let him blow that up. First 2 days, still not ideal, but you know, we're making it work, and it's getting by. I got my trusty bone here as my sword. I got some friends on the island. Got some toidles. Haven't seen Flash in a while though. Don't know where he's at. He's probably chilling with his friends. You know how Flash is. Let's push this turtle in the water here. Give him a little boost. And you know what? This turtle up here, we'll give them a boost too. It's alright, buddy. I got you. There you go. Yeah, he wanted to go out in the water. Helping the toidles. I guess we're gonna get back to fishing. Hopefully we find something soon, because this is rough. Yeah, right now fish is still number one thing on the menu here. Oh, there's some sheep though. Sorry, but we gotta get the sheep here. Oh, yo, there's a villager here. A trader. Yo, that means if there's a trader here, doesn't that mean there's like a village nearby too, though? Maybe like an underground village? I don't know, because I mean, you're on a deserted island, I mean. Of course, I don't have any of this stuff. Baked potato. Man, if I can just get... Oh man, just an emerald. If I can just somehow get an emerald, that'd be awesome. I wish you could trade like fish, because I would trade them like some of these fish or something just for 8 pieces of wood. I mean, I'd trade him all my food supply right now for wood. That'd be awesome. Here's about. Yeah. So you dig up. See if you could see anything in the water. Maybe a little better that you're missing. I'm not seeing anything. Maybe if I go a little higher. Aye, aye, aye. I mean, I am really close to the island. I should have maybe gone a little further out. Is that land over there? No. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go out only so far here. I'll turn around, I'll come back. And I think I'll just call it for the night because you know, we've been fishing out the wazoo here. And I wish I could grab that bone, but yeah, like there's a lot of stuff over here I haven't yet to explore. I haven't really been out this far yet. You know, we're still keeping the island to our right. Wow, that's pretty far out. But I mean, it's still daytime, so we got like plenty of. What is that? Is that just a reef? Yeah, but I'm not going too much lower because gonna be taking damage. Yeah. And the island is barely even in distance. So I don't know if that's anything over there. Yo, what is that? What the heck was that? Yo, but there's something in the distance over there. You see that? Yo, no way. What is that? Dude, is that a ship? No shot. Yo, this is probably where that villager came from. He's probably on the boat or something like that. Yo.